So we actually chose the Dallas to Houston route because the technology actually chose the route. We did a study of 97 different city pairs all throughout the United States and across the board based on economic linkage of the two cities, ridership projections, population growth projections, GDP, terrain, etc. Dallas to Houston actually came out as the #1 place in the United States to make privately developed high-speed rail work. The main challenge right now is getting through all of the different regulatory approvals. In the United States, there currently are no high-speed trains. So obviously there is not a rule book on how to regulate a high-speed train when they don't exist. So we're going through right now what is known as an RPA, a rule of particular applicability, which basically means that the Federal Railroad Administration is having to write the rule book on how to regulate us currently. And then another major milestone, regulatory hurdle, is our environmental impact statement process. It started in about January of 2014 when an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, was signed between the Federal Railroad Administration, TxDOT, and a third-party environmental consultant, which takes direction from the Federal Railroad Administration, but we actually pay the bill for. So those are the main challenges that we face. But they're going really well, and no pun intended, we are on track to begin construction late next year. So we plan on beginning construction late next year, late 2017. It'll take about 4 years to construct, employing about an average of 10,000 people for each of the 4 years of construction, and then up and operational by early 2022. This will create roughly 1,000 permanent full-time jobs, and those are just the direct jobs created by this project that'll have Texas Central actually written on their pay stub. That does not include the person who's the manager of the enterprise rental car facility at our station. That does not include the gentleman who is manufacturing the paint that will be used to paint the outside of the train. Those are literally just the people that will be employed directly by Texas. Around each of the train stations, both in Dallas, Houston, and the Brazos Valley, there is a huge opportunity for transit-oriented development. Millions of people all over the world choose to work, live, play, shop, eat, all inside of, on top of, or right next to high-speed rail stations, which is unlike it is, with airports. And so the opportunity for real estate companies and investors and developers to come in and build a high-rise apartment complex right next to our station, build an office building for people who have to commute regularly between Dallas and Houston for work is tremendous. It's a really quiet system. Think of it like a big Prius. It's an electric-powered train, so there isn't a giant chugga-chugga-chugga of an engine to deal with. And the conical shape of the train nose is actually not built like that for speed. It's built like that to push the air up and over the train in a way to where it doesn't vibrate the catenary from above. One of the ways in which we are reducing our footprint is the majority of our system is actually going to be elevated up in the air with free access and movement underneath, as well as it's roughly about 100 feet in width for our right-of-way, which will be built largely adjacent to the existing right-of-way of the high-voltage transmission lines between Dallas and Houston.